Redbull in my hands, feels like I got wings.
What's up, guys? It's Shelby. Today I'm gonna do the dishes, but seriously, today is gonna be good because I'm gonna actually be interviewing probably my brother on the FaceTime setup today. I think so. I'm pretty sure his schedule will work out for that, so we'll be doing that, and then I'll run a few ideas. Might be setting up like one of the rooms in my house is simply for filming, because I have my office, which is great, but I have a lot of like client information in there and paperwork and stuff that I don't necessarily want to be on camera, so I might set up one of the rooms. Might as well put them to use and make a cool room out of it. So for those of you that follow me on Instagram and think I ride 24/7, it's not the case. Life on Instagram is not real life. I will get back on the bike. I've got a couple things I need to install and some videos I need to do with the Vital MX stuff. But once I'm back on the bike, it'll look like normal life again. In the meantime, sell houses, do dishes, try and learn about other ways to make money.
Staring at your ceiling, wondering what I'm up to. I'm better.
Alright, y'all gonna know the drill. This year I've been motivated. We actually did like a little session with some guy that teaches about back-end stuff for YouTube and analytics, algorithms and stuff for social platforms. I think it was last August with 3 of my buddies, just for fun. We wanted to get a little bit more into the space and stuff. And it was cool to see. We've all had YouTube for a while, we just haven't leveraged it. So this year we made kind of a big push to get YouTube going a little bit more, and over the last, probably especially like last 3 months, I've put a lot more time into it. So it's kind of funny because I spend a lot of time after work till 1, 2 in the morning sometimes editing videos, which it takes a lot of work. People think vlogging's, you just videotape your life and you put it on there, but you gotta edit videos, you gotta edit content, you gotta upload it. Rendering takes forever, and oftentimes the whole process is a few hours for less than 10 minutes of footage. So don't think it's that easy unless you want to try it yourself, especially once you get into editing like footage, like riding and stuff. To do that stuff takes a lot longer for me. I'm still pretty amateur at it, but as I get better, I got a little bit more of a rhythm to it. But we'll be talking to my brother a little bit later today, and he's actually got a lot of input on this stuff. He knows how to do this stuff professionally, and it's kind of cool to see his take on how to produce this stuff and make it look right. No Starbucks to-go cup today, actually doing a real mug. Yes. So weird after editing some of my videos now, I like notice my face when I talk. I like keep part of my face like pretty fixed, so it looks kind of weird to me, but I guess that's part of getting on YouTube, is getting comfortable with like videotaping yourself every day. What's up, guys? Jake comes by to work out at the house. He's actually put a lot of work into our little home gym setup over the last 1.5 years, and usually he like kicks my butt for moto, but here's our gym. Got the ski erg. All you moto guys probably know what that's for. It's kind of like an upright ski or row machine. Got a bag that we don't really ever use. Olympic bench, also don't use that much because it's not very beneficial for moto. This thing, bought on Craigslist. Sit-up thing, all the mats, balls, bags, kettlebells, which kill, balancing thing. Pretty much everything you need to get into moto shape. And when I'm working a lot, I don't really work out with Jake, but I probably should. Because usually when we work out together, Jake will have like a, I don't know, 20 to 30 minute workout, but you're just toasted by the end of it. So kind of replicates a moto for us, which is like 20 minutes of just high intensity. So get your heart rate up and blood flow working.
185, 190, so
yeah.
Gotta try to mimic it, you know.
Yeah, dude. So we can enjoy longer motos instead of getting arm pump like Shelby. Since my office has, information and forms and documents in there, I'm gonna probably set up one of these rooms for like a video room. I don't know, maybe this one or the other one. Probably this one, a little more even lighting. So I'll probably just set this up, do whiteboard or something cool. Everyone seems to like whiteboards. We'll go over stuff.
See your keys?
I lose my keys, so I always got to find them. Here they are. My buddy, Alex.
best part of like getting out for me during the day is always like checking out the cars that are out on the sunny days. Like today's a nice day. You got Raptors around town all the time. A lot of people have some cool sports cars, and I'm a huge car buff, so this is like my 26th vehicle, this truck, and usually I've always had like a truck since I ride dirt bikes and need to get stuff hauled around, and then I'll have like a sports car too for, you know, for my daily or something to get out and drive in the hills on the weekend. And most of the time it's been BMWs. The old E36s are some of my favorites, and then I've had a Mustang, like a 5.0 Mustang 95 GT. I've had a FRC body Corvette, which has been hands down my most favorite car I've ever owned. 135i that was built up and twin turbo 6-speed, super fun car. All my cars that have been sports cars, I even had a Miata, which is like a true driver's car. All of them have been manual. I've never owned an automatic car, and I never will. And my goal this next year or so is to pick up a Stingray or a C7 Corvette, 7-speed manual with the Grand Sport package. And if it doesn't have the Grand Sport and I get a really good deal on a Stingray, I wouldn't mind doing that too. In the meantime, the truck has been good to me. For those of you that don't know, I got a 2017 Dodge Ram 1500 crew cab with the Hemi, the 391 rear end, and a 32-gallon fuel tank, which is so sweet for road trips. If you guys have sports cars, muscle cars, any type of interest in those areas specifically, if so, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're driving or what you're aiming to drive this year too. I'm all about naturally aspirated V8s with obviously like a cam would be sick, and some straight pipes would be, I don't know, just be a Corvette with straight pipes and a cam, manual, done. Running by Walmart real quick to pick up some things for my office space. I always park super far away so I don't get door dinged. GoPro keeps cutting out on me, sorry. Yeah, so I'm gonna have that set up today. I think I'm gonna be doing a thing with my brother today, talking about his work and what he does. It's pretty sick. And then I'm gonna be doing some more parts installs on the moto. Tyler Padgett.
Yeah, buddy.
How long have we known each other? How old are you?
25.
All right, so 25 years. This is my little brother, Tyler Padgett. I brought him on the show not only because he's like probably one of my best friends that I probably also get the most mad with sometimes. But yeah, we go way back in terms of learning riding, moto, biking. He probably got me started mostly on doing like Instagram and social stuff because you kind of picked up photography and stuff when we were mountain biking in Santa Cruz a lot, right?
Yep.
And so I wanted to get you on here because you have a pretty cool story about what you get to do for a living. And I think, you know, I worked into a new industry this last year and trying to create a lifestyle that is more accommodating to the passions I have and the business I want to build. And you work for a company, but yet you get to really explore your passions, enhance your skill sets, and do things that you really love to do too. So can you go a little bit more in depth, like what do you do? Kind of how do you end up there?
I work at Redbull. I feel like at this point I kind of wear a lot of hats at Redbull, involving with kind of all aspects of media, whether that's like the ideation, step one process, all the way to production, platform optimization, basically just storytelling to give our athletes, influencers, and basically just anyone that kind of lives the Red Bull brand a platform. And so for like all the moto fans, I was able to work on the homegrown shoot with Ryan Dungey. And so I'm able to like be hands-on with him, shoot, kind of help direct. I wasn't a part of the main production, but I was a part of the social aspect where we're looking to drive viewers to watch the full piece.
Were you on site there?
What's that?
Were you on site with him?
Yeah, so I was able to be on site with him for about 3 days, and he's like a childhood hero, so it's cool working like directly with somebody I've admired my whole life. So yeah, it's definitely a special job and something that's pretty rare and cool to be a part of for sure.
So you're out in Santa Monica, right?
Yep.
Cool. And you were in the Boise area with me until you got this awesome opportunity. How did you get there? Like what happened? What turned into what, and what gained momentum for you to end up in such a rad spot?
Yeah, I think starting off, it kind of started with me just really loving creating content. kind of like for you riding moto, like when you hit a perfect corner, you get like that tingle down your spine. You just like, you want more of it, which makes you keep going out more and more.
Pretty rare.
And I discovered that, like, what's that?
Said it's rare for me to hit a perfect corner.
Yeah. And I think that's what kind of sparked the interest, was going out with you, like all of our buddies, and just being behind the camera and capturing all these cool moments with all of our buddies. Basically, that's all I wanted to do as a job, and that's all I could really see myself doing. And so that's what kind of sparked me to just pursue it fully with, whether it was jobs on campus or just like for myself. I was just constantly creating content and just learning through the process and always trying to teach myself something new. And I think that is what just naturally evolved into a cool opportunity, a little bit of luck, meeting the right people.
You were what, a campus rep for a while? And you kind of at Boise State, and you kind of spearheaded some really cool campaigns and events that other folks may not have thought about, and you kind of took it on your own and made something super productive.
Yeah, I feel like with Redbull, they definitely have an eye for storytelling. And I was able to, I think the luck part was that I was kind of early with the media scene, where today, like, kids are creating the best content I've ever seen, like way better than I could ever do. But there's so many people doing it in such a competitive market. So back when I was in college, it was still kind of not new, but people weren't really doing reports and attaching a video recap like I was. And I think that's what kind of helped me stand out, was just doing it for fun, was just going out with my camera and kind of recapping whatever the event was that I was hosting for Redbull, or whatever it was on campus that I just kind of wanted to capture. And I think that's what kind of got the attention of Redbull and kind of help get to where I am today. Your managers are going to pick up on what you're good at and kind of put you into that path and kind of help guide you that way. So I think with my manager, Mark, he saw that I was really ambitious with creating content, not because I was trying to stand out, it's just because like we have amazing content and I have all these ideas flowing through my head. So he kind of identified that and was able to help take me away from programming, like all the live events and Redbull TV, and put me more in the direction of creating content for the Redbull handles, which is what I'm doing today, and that's definitely like my favorite part of it.
Cool. All right, last question.
Yep.
So do you get hit up by people all the time like, hey, how do I work for Redbull? Let me come and like pick your brain. And two, like, what's your advice to people looking to be where you're at?
Yeah, definitely get hit up all the time. It's a question that is asked quite a bit, and I was actually that same kid asking that question back in college. Working for Redbull was like my dream, and that's where I wanted to end up. I think a lot of people create content for themselves and they really stand out by just putting content out and people come to them naturally, as opposed to some people who worry less about their actual craft and do a lot of networking, which is also good. I think it's a mix of both. For me, I was good at networking and I felt like I was creating content on the daily just for myself already. So it kind of just aligned really nicely for me. I was able to reach out to people within the company and just kind of poke my head around and really make sure that I was kind of on the path to try to get a full-time job.
Cool. Sick, dude. Well, you got to get going, right?
Yep.
All right, bud. Well, thanks for your time. And
thanks a lot, man.
See you later. One of my favorite things to do out here in Eagle is do just like a sunset dirt jump session. So it's starting to be that time of year. We need a little work on the jumps, but so much fun.
I dreamed we would make it by now. The other life would be better for us. Nobody told me I'd be on my own. Trying to